Welcome everybody, my name is Richard and I've had a bit of a bad back recently. I've been making a right fuss about it. Anyone watching the channel would know I wasn't here for a bit and I've been moaning L5, bulge disc. Anyone who's had that I'm sure would sympathise. Luckily I'm on the mend now, feeling quite good and getting a bit more upright. But what I want to do is test which cars are good if you suffer with a bad back. It's given me a new appreciation for things like how easy it is to get in and out, how far away the screen is, how the seats are, all those kind of things. So I've got a bit of a mixture of cars there. I'm going to try a few out and let you know what I think. Of course, I don't have access to all the cars in the world here. So if you are somebody who has suffered with a bad back and you've got a car that you found to be excellent for you, please do write that in the description below in the comments section so our viewers and myself can read your feedback, and that would be very helpful, I think. So where should we start? I'm going to pick out first, actually, the VW ID Buzz. That's been my daily driver, and that's got a few pros and cons, so let's start there. So in no particular order, the VW Buzz, this car here, I love it. I've been using it recently as my daily, so let's start here. And it's a real mixed bag, this, so this would be a good example. Number one, ease of access. Well, good in that it's higher up, but actually it's a little bit too high up. If I just go in like this, I've got a step here, but I can sort of slide in like that, although for some people, I'm 6 foot tall, some people would find it too high up. And so you've got to kind of like shuffle yourself up and in, but I found that better than going down. Once I'm in here, the really good thing is these armrests, both sides, real captain's chairs. Very good, so you've got support and you can kind of even hold a bit of your weight off there and you can fidget around in the seat a bit. So the seats in this are good, but they lack one crucial thing. There is no lumbar adjustment, at least not on this version. There are versions that I'm sure have it, and I've been looking at the new GTXs and I think they've even got massage function. This doesn't have any of that. The lack of lumbar is a bit of a shame, but the seat is actually very comfortable. I'm very comfortable in it. The arms here are good and you can adjust the height of the armrests. The seating position is nice, visibility is good. And the screen actually is a nice distance. It's not the biggest screen in the world in the Buzz, but I can just reach it and touch it without having to sort of lean forward. So generally I found it okay, but I think if you're less than 6 foot tall, you may find that getting out, you kind of slide off the side of the seat here. That might be good for you or not so good for you. I've actually found it quite good because it's better than going down and lifting yourself up. So the Buzz, despite the lack of lumbar adjustment, does score quite well. Tesla Model 3, not brilliant. One was obviously a bit low down, so you've got to kind of lower yourself in. And then when you sit on the edge like this, as I was doing, I'm sort of having to do this to sort of fold myself in. It feels like a reverse berth. Mommy! And then once I'm in, the seats are quite soft, not that supportive. I do have lumbar adjustment, quite a good adjustment in the steering wheel. And especially with our swivel screen mount, I can actually reach the screen very easily, and of course nice controls there. The voice control also in the Tesla is very good, you can do lots with that. But it doesn't score particularly highly because of the access, it just isn't brilliant. Like that. So if the Model 3 is too low down, a Model Y is the answer, right? Well, the access on the Model Y is very good. The height is lovely, and I've got more room here to get in or out of, so this is lovely. You can also save an easy access and entry position so the seat moves to a position just for getting in and out of the car. That's all good. The Model Y, however, falls down in a couple of places. Again, the seat is, I found, a bit squishy and unsupportive for my personal taste, at least on this generation, and the ride is a bit firm. If we go to the very latest 2025 Model Y, the Juniper, then yes, the ride is a lot better. In fact, it's very good. I like it. And I'm yet to spend a lot of time in one, so I will be a little bit hesitant because I've had the same newer version of the seats from Tesla in the new version of Model 3. And I did find after a couple of hours in that, even when I had a good back, I was finding myself getting a bit fidgety. So I'm not entirely convinced, for me personally, about the support of the seats until I try one for a longer period of time. However, what is brilliant about the Model Y, again, is the functionality in here and getting in or out of it. So it's going to be down to personal preferences. Well, look at this. I've got a new Renault 5 in the showroom today, so let's give this a try. So let's have a look how easy it is to get in and out of. That's pretty good. I've got reasonable height here for a small car. I've got quite a good height to get in or out of. A bit of a lip here, so I've got to kind of lift the leg up, shuffle in. First thing I noticed is the seats are actually very squidgy. This is unusual for a new car. Very squidgy seats. Nice place to sit. Steering wheel's quite nice and close to me. The screen, yep, I can reach that. That's curved slightly towards me. So this feels quite good for a small car, especially. Just that bit of a step there, and then getting in or out though, just about enough height. So nothing to sort of lean on there. Got the bolster. That's not too bad, you know. Is there any lumbar adjustment? No, at least not in this one. Now the Porsche Taycan. Got a bit of a soft spot for the Taycan, as those who watch this channel will know. Scores big on seat comfort, scores very big on ride comfort. Beautiful, absolutely lovely. I've got adjustable air suspension like you do on most of them, and here I can lift it up so when I get out of the car it will be a bit higher than it normally is on the road. Just a little shortcut button there. Most of them will have that, and it's saved by location. I can get home, it lifts up, makes it easy to get in and out of. However, although it has lifted up, I am sort of cocooned in here. You have to kind of unfurl yourself. It's a bit low there. My shoulder only just fits out there. I've got a little ledge to lean on there though, which I found very useful. Thank you, Porsche. And I can extract myself like this. So once you're in it, very good indeed. The getting in and out of it bit, well, as I get older, it's starting to feel a bit low down. But otherwise, it's great seats, great ride comfort. Nearly forgot. I found when I was driving my Taycan with a bad back is that the screen is just a bit far away. It sits flat on the dashboard and it's only there, so normally you don't think anything of doing this, but when you've got a bad back, that can be quite a hard action, just that little bit of leaning forward. So I have to say, loses points again because the screen is just a bit far away to touch without moving your back and shoulders away from the seat. It's one of those little things that you notice when you've got a bad back. All right, there's a little BMW i3 here. Now, I think these are probably going to be pretty good. So, nice opening here. They've got a little bit of height to them, the i3. So access is pretty good. Slide straight into that. And then I've actually got the seat. This is quite high up. I can actually move the seat down here. Although, if I need to now lift the seat up again, it's just going down. Okay. Now, I'd love to see how they do this. So what you have to do is actually go... And I can do that now, but for the last 2 weeks, there's not a chance I can just hoik myself up to take the weight off the seat to lift it up. So you have to kind of lift it up first. That's a sort of negative point. Lumbar? No, that's not lumbar. So no lumbar adjustment, at least not in this one, which is a shame because the access is very good. The other thing that's very good, look, I don't stand a chance of reaching the screen in here, but I say it's very good because the iDrive means I can just twiddle this little knob down here. That's what she said. And I can just do that and I can navigate my way around the screen without having to sort of reach out at all. So I think actually having iDrive is very good as an option to touching the screen. So again, a bit of a mixed bag with the i3. Good access, iDrive is a plus point, but at least in this one, a lack of lumbar and the kind of having to hoik yourself up to adjust your seat height, that's just not practical. A Hyundai Ioniq, the original one. Right, let's have a go. We're going to include everything that's here, no worries at all. Well, not everything, but let's have a look. So access, hey, this is good access, look at that. Quite a nice thin sill there. I'm in here. I've got lumbar support. Have I got lumbar support? Yes, I do. Look at that. Lumbar support. Good position. Screen's close enough. The ride comfort's very good on an Ioniq as well. I do like these cars. This is Mark's. Remember Mark used to work with us? Well, he's just popped in, so I've borrowed his car for this review. So yeah, easy controls, easy reach, easy access. This isn't bad at all. Let's see if there's anywhere to... Yeah, you can use the seat to lift yourself up. That's not a bad car. The Ioniq, reasonable. So a little Peugeot E208. I think it's going to be similar to the Renault 5, but let's see. Again, quite a good opening action for a very small car, although I nearly banged my head then. Once I'm in here, it's got a shorter seat than that Renault 5, but it's comfortable, it's well supported, but no lumbar adjustment again. And this is a top spec as well, GT line, so I think if there was going to be a lumbar adjustment, this would have it. A manual height adjustment, but it's easy enough to do that, both up and down, unlike the BMW i3. quite a comfortable seating position, and I can reach the screen without lifting my shoulders away from the seat. So again, for a small car, it's pretty good. I brought my wife's VW ID3 in today because this is actually pretty good. Number one, it's got quite a high roof line and the access is quite good. So if I just lower myself in like this, I'm not having to fold up in half to get in. It's nice and easy to get in and out of the car, rotate my legs around. Fully electric seats, even for the height adjustment. I do also have a lumbar adjustment, and this one also has the Ergo Active massage seats. It's a fairly sort of basic massage seat. It moves the lumbar in and out, but nonetheless, nice to have. The screen I can reach without leaning forward, just about, but it's in a good enough position there. The seating position's good. The seat length is quite nice, and it's got a reasonable ride comfort to it. It's not like the waftiest car in the world, but it's a fairly comfortable car, certainly softer than things like Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. It's not too jarring. So there's also the armrest in the middle here. So again, you can find that you can get quite a good position. It doesn't have the double armrest like the VW Buzz does, but the armrest and the door are pretty good. So the ID3 actually scores pretty highly. So this could be a strong contender. This is a Citroen EC4. Now Citroen and this car with its suspension, although it shares a platform with cars like the Peugeot E208 there, Citroen does have its own unique suspension on this, which is very comfortable. So I can assure you on the road, this is a super comfortable car. It takes all those vibrations and sharp jolts out. But access, well, let's have a look. It's a nice height from the floor, and it's a little bit narrow here though. I've got to kind of crane my neck down, so a little bit more opening there would be nice for me. Once I'm in though, it has very comfortable seats, not particularly kind of side bolstered or supportive, but they've got a special foam in the seats for these, which makes them extra comfortable. And this one even has massage seats. It has lumbar adjustment, but also massage seats as well. So it scores highly for seat comfort, access height, although this is a bit low down. The screen I can reach, but that's kind of irrelevant because the software is completely rubbish in this. But the ride comfort is just wonderful. As long as you like soft ride comfort, which I do, absolutely I do. The steering is super light, which doesn't have any feel to it. But again, if you don't want to put any force into your drive and just have an easy soft drive, this is it. So this scores very highly indeed. So out of all the cars here today, I think this Citroen has to be the winner. Just a little bit low on the headroom to get in or out, but the access height is lovely, the ride is wonderful, the seats are comfortable. And I think if you've got a bad back, you'll appreciate what this car's about, which is really good ride comfort, at least at this kind of sensible budget. I'm sure cars like a BMW i7 are very comfortable indeed, but we are talking much more money. I've had a wonderful massage seat in a Porsche Taycan before, where it's proper massage, shoulders, back, and that's been wonderful as well. But as an all-round sensible choice, probably the Citroen EC4 here for me. If you're tall, you'll probably appreciate the Buzz though, because the access height is good if you're taller, and you've got those nice captain seats, but it does lack a bit of ride comfort, it does lack a lumbar support adjustment. So, like I say, out of what I got here today, the Citroen EC4 would be the best for a bad back. But I don't have all the cars available to me here today, so do let me know in those comments below which car you found to be comfortable if you suffer from a bad back. I do look forward to seeing that. I think it'd be very useful for anyone else watching this video. But for me, from now, that's it. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Thanks for watching.